He had no idea.
He just really didn't. He was just guessing.
I didn't even talk to him at the time. Oh, let's go, baby. I can't believe it's a pregame. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pregame show.
Let's go.
Hope you like pregame shows. It's the only one you're getting for an entire week. But Nuggets are back in action. We are presented by Miller Lite. What time is it, boys?
Oh, it's Miller time. It's time to drink Miller Lite.
For the first time in quite a while, it is indeed Miller time. We're in the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. Hop in the Toyota chat. This is where Denver Nuggets fans go before the game. They hop in the Toyota chat. They talk about the game. AI gives us a description of what's happening. Everything makes sense. Over here, Brendan Vogt.
You know what the worst part about an extended break is? We don't get to see Dev.
Oh,
You know what I mean? It's like a game night, and you're like, that's my friend over there, you know?
There he
that's
is.
my guy.
there he is.
Missed you, superstar.
Harrison wins here.
Is this technically our Jokmas Eve because we don't have a game until Jokmas?
Well, don't spoil our show, but yes, we are going to talk about the final night of Before Jokmas.
Nice.
And then, of course, there he is. You heard it from him first, Superstar Dev.
I just love how you guys treat me when Eric's not here. I just truly enjoy it. Also, I already have my Jokmas sweater ready. ready to
I
go.
know you
I'm
do.
so excited for it.
I know you do.
I can't wait, man. Denver Nuggets are in Sacramento tonight to take on the Sacramento Kings for the fourth time this year. Hope you guys are ready for it, man.
December 11th.
The Fast Four or whatever it is. We are just a repeat. Nuggets at Kings. What do you got for us, Wind?
Yeah, well, the Kings come into this game 6-18. They're just 3-7 at home on the season. We obviously know them pretty well. It's fourth time the Nuggets and Kings are playing already this season. And apparently the league can't get enough of this matchup. This was a game that was added to the schedule because both these teams did not advance in the NBA Cup. So Nuggets-Kings tonight. Sacramento's coming off a loss to the Pacers.
The Pacers.
Before that, they beat the Heat. Before that, they lost 4 in a row. They have a lot of injuries as well. And with that, we can go to our Common Spirit injury report
Nice segue.
to break down exactly what we're seeing here on the injury front. For the Nuggets, the usuals, Christian Brown, Aaron Gordon, Julian Strother still out. I thought maybe there was a chance he'd at least get a doubtful or questionable label.
Next game's not till Monday. Maybe
Yeah.
it's like an extra 4 days.
He's been doing more at practice, but no, still ruled out yesterday. For the Kings, Zach LaVine, Domantas Sabonis, both out. Dennis Schroeder, doubtful. So probably going to get a lot of Russell Westbrook in this game for sure. You can experience the difference compassion makes. Find a Common Spirit location near you. Discover a new standard of health and healing by visiting mountain.commonspirit.org. Common Spirit Health, official healthcare partner of the Denver Broncos.
Real quick on that front, Sabonis was out the last time too, and the one where they beat Denver. And I was thinking about this. You know, you need an aggressive Yoke tonight. Last time they played, he did have 44 points in their loss. But it is one of those ones where it's like, it's going to be Eubanks again?
Or Reynaud.
That's right.
No, that's right.
So Eubanks.
Yeah. But either way, man, it's
I don't know. They've been starting Reynaud.
Oh, wow.
the difficulty is going to be guarding the perimeter, staying in front of your guy, those types of things. But offensively, you should be able to punish them inside if you so choose. I hope he chooses.
And Schroeder's been out as well. Westbrook, of course, starting. Westbrook coming off a big triple-double against the Pacers, 24, 12, and 14. Played really good, too, in 40 minutes. They still lost, though. But I'm sure he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot tonight.
And Wind was right. It is Reynaud starting with Westbrook, Clifford, DeRozan, and Murray.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Dominique Clifford also in the starting lineup for Zach LaVine as well. I mean, it seems like he plays pretty well against the Nuggets, too.
Second round pick, number 42 pick, not even the 41st pick like Yoke.
Well, I'm telling you, a real Colorado player.
Yeah.
I really do think it's wild how we don't go crazy about him.
You know, because they've done it so many times, when they're in Denver, the Kings, after the game, he hangs out and there's a huge crowd.
Yeah, he brings his group. I'm saying, like, it's not on the news. We're not, talking all the...
Like when Nate Clifford's here, it's like, oh, there's a million features.
Here's the comp.
Well,
when Derek White is here,
right,
it's kind of a little event.
Yeah, it's an event. That's... They both are from Colorado schools. They both went to, like, college in Colorado. Like, everything about him is Colorado.
Nate Clifford even went to both colleges in Colorado.
That's what I'm saying. That, like, it is shocking that he doesn't get that type of love. But also, I'm excited that he's going to get a real opportunity in this one because last time he did it, first he got into foul trouble, but he also was coming off of the bench. This is going to be a game that he starts without Schroeder, without Levine. We got to see what he has. I love Clifford.
And I think he can play, man.
He's a good player.
I think he's a good player.
I ranked him number 1 in Colorado.
Did you?
I think that was a good
Faster
ranking.
than everybody else. Nobody else had it. They're like, he's not that good. And I'm like, oh, no, man. I don't know.
I love it. There you
Dev
go.
wins again.
Dev strikes again. But what are we going to get from Yoke tonight, man? What do you expect? 44 last time, but they lost. We get a repeat of that performance tonight?
Yeah, he might go for 50 with a win this time. This is a matchup that he really should eat. Like, just really want to score, want to dominate, because there's nobody that can hang with him. And also, like, Denver needs to get themselves right. We've been seeing everybody else go off. I feel like he's been, just doing his thing on the side. But now this is an opportunity. It's like, we're going to give you the ball. Let's move out of the way. I think he has another huge performance tonight because it's Eubanks and Reynolds.
What do you think happens tonight?
I mean, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Jokic and Murray play well. No, I mean, on all jokes aside, I expect more of the same from Murray. I know they've had extended rest. But he's just been, it's not a hot streak. He's just playing really well.
Yeah.
So this is a matchup where, the Kings are down a guard and a couple of guards, really. So, like Westbrook's gonna bring a lot of energy to this one, but there should be room for Murray to cook. Jokic, I mean, I'm with Dev. I think when it's Maxime Reynal, you gotta go score at least a little. And I think he will, man. I'm gonna say a 29-point triple-double for Jokic tonight.
Man, triple-double would be great.
It would be great. I'm a little concerned about this game because it's the Nuggets on extended rest.
Yeah.
And they historically have not been a good team when they're coming into a game with 2-3 days off, and that's what they've had. They have had, a lot of good practice time. I feel like they've had an opportunity here to clean up some things defensively. So that's probably what I'm watching first and foremost. Like, how locked in are they defensively off of a couple days in a row of practice? It's not something you get typically at this point in the season. We know they have to clean up the defense. They know that too. So it'll be interesting just how clean they are there because, they've been working on it and talking about it and watching film of it the last 2-3 days.
Yeah. I think good opportunity. Last game, Cam Johnson, 7 of 11 from the field, 4 of 7. It would be great to see him kind of get going again. If you recall, the bench really, I think, struggled in the last time they matched up. Some energy from Sacramento off that second unit. You end up getting 37 minutes from both Murray and Yoke on a second night of a back-to-back. They didn't want to do that. They kind of felt like they had to. So tonight, I want to see the bench kind of step up a little bit. But Cam Johnson, I think, has a chance to have himself a night. I hope that happens.
You mentioned the bench. This is one of those fake stats, but across his career, Bruce Brown's been pretty good against the Kings. He had two of his best games of the season against the Kings this year, and his career high actually is against the Kings. That really doesn't mean much, but I'm going to go out on a limb pregame and say Bruce Brown plays well off the bench tonight.
I like it. I like that one. I'm for it. Let's move on to our next topic here, which is the next time they play will be on Jokmas, the holy holiday, December 15th. To commemorate when Jokic became the centerpiece of the Denver Nuggets all the way back in 2016. But this is the last game. We usually talk about Jokmas. Before Jokmas is where the Nuggets are kind of slow, even Jokic himself a little bit slow, and then they pick it up. Let me give you the stats. 29 points per game, 12 rebounds, 11 assists. Part of me, Dev, goes, I don't know if we really truly had before Jokmas. I know he's had a little bit of he's been down a little bit,
his
whatever.
November was ridiculous.
His November was incredible.
November was ridiculous.
I think there's a little of this it's malaise. Jokic was his best self already.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but also I think this is the time to, it commemorates that moment, but also I think that's when we start to lock in. When we are,
It's actually for us.
It's actually for us, okay.
like, you know, people.
Nice turn.
Some people say that they don't watch into the playoffs and things like that, but not us. We're diehards.
Yeah.
You know, like everything about us is sickos. So I think that this is the time that we're like, okay, let's evaluate how the team is doing, how Jokic looks, how he's playing right now. You check a box right now. Has he been playing well? You just said those stats. Of course he has. But now we're going to be able to pay attention and see how he locks in.
Jokic has been playing great. I mean, he didn't wait for Jokmas this season. He might have had one game of BJ. It was the Warriors game opening night,
Right.
when he was gutting all those threes. He's been absolutely dialed in ever since. And I mean, you can't really say the rest of the team is waiting for Jokmas either. Jamal Murray's having an all-star caliber season, the best start to a season of his career. The bench has been like I don't really know if we're gonna get a Jokmas this season, but maybe there's something we're not thinking about.
There's
That's just
one
gonna
guy.
click,
There's one guy that has never experienced Jokmas.
and that's
Cam
Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson hasn't experienced it. Maybe that's his wake-up call this year.
Yeah,
My other line on this is, it's been so bad at home. Maybe Jokmas is the turning of the tide in ball arena.
That'd be
For
great.
the Nuggets in front of the Nuggets fans.
That'd be good.
And a nice reminder to this fan base, like, by the way, this team's still really good, and you can totally lock in on this and enjoy
and the
it.
fact that Jokmas is at home, I feel like it's not usually at home.
I don't know if it has been.
They haven't been
Other than the
playing.
first one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't really been playing at home.
I
very
know the
much.
league's been trying to avoid it on purpose.
If we look around at some other things that are going on, though, before Jokmas, they also, as well publicized by this point, they also have the greatest offense of all time.
Yep.
Which I think is a pretty good sign. And
Best
by
start
the way,
in
the best
franchise
start in franchise history. But I look at this
23
and I think,
games.
okay, sincerely, what really happens that the Nuggets get out of the gate slow? Is it randomness? Probably a lot, just randomness. They turn it on mid-December. I do think a lot of this, though, is just Jamal Murray tends to have a slow 6 weeks. And with Jokic, I think maybe we assign it to the team or this or that. But the truth is, Jamal Murray kind of gets going mid-December, and then the team gets going. And that's part of why I'm so excited for this, is I'm looking at it and go, he's already here, and he's having his best games of the entire season over the last couple of weeks. I just wonder if that's what this turning point is really about, is Nuggets are going to get tested. They have an upcoming tough month once they get back on the court. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see the best version of the Nuggets over the next month, even if we don't see it every night, because I do think fatigue will be a factor.
Yeah.
If you see that for the next month, that means that Jokmas was a real thing.
Yeah.
It starts from this point. They already have gotten off to, a much better start than what people expected, the best in franchise history. But now if you start to see it come together, it's like, okay, they're about to hit that turning point. Now they're in mid-season form, and it's not even, at the mid-season yet. So I think that would be incredible for them to just have something to go after, and then we could just mark it of it started at this point.
And I think that's on the table because they do have these 2 games with a lot of rest in between. And there's 2 really important guys that aren't healthy right now. And look, they're not going to be healthy for Jokmas. They're probably not going to be healthy for Christmas. But the entire team that is available, just getting some rest. Jokic getting some key rest right now. Jamal getting some key rest right now.
I wonder how big of a deal it is for a guy like Jokic. Played some good minutes, not a ton, but he played a lot of minutes. Does this week totally reset it? Is that enough time? One game in 8 days?
I think so. I mean, 1 game in 8 days, that's all. That's a lot of rest.
As long as you don't have an injury, if it's just body fatigue, might be it.
I think so, in the middle of a season. So this is definitely, it can just be a total reset, for the team mentally and physically.
Yeah. I am just looking for, I think Cam Johnson, I love the angle you took on this because I'm doing some stuff for the list. I don't know when the next list will drop, but making some clips and stuff. And he just pops in all the clips, man. He does so many things well, and I know we've talked about it, but him finding his footing and just having a couple more big games or a little more consistent on the scoring front, to me, it would be such a welcome sign. If you think about little boosts you get along the way. First boost, Jamal Murray comes out the gate like a bat out of hell, and you have some depth. Second boost, Cam Johnson starts to get his rhythm, so everything gets a little easy. Third boost, CB and AG come back. That almost feels like that would be such a great arc to the season, as every time you push through and have success, reinforcements come.
No doubt about it. And there's a little bit of looking at the whole puzzle and wondering, I mean, shoot, how much better could the offense be?
I can't.
But I mean, I guess the only thing you could point to is Cam occasionally leaving some open threes on the table. And if that's something that he starts connecting on, and just even more like, he's playing more with the second unit, and we're trying as well to take some minutes and workload off Murray and Jokic. Like that group has had some nice stretches. What if Cam just starts taking over, right? And he's able to be a true starter, kind of captaining a second unit. That would be a huge boon. So, look, he's done a lot of the little things that were promised. That's why the starters net rating is so ridiculous, both versions of them. That's why the offensive rating is so ridiculous. But he can do more, and it'd be really cool to see him round into form fully.
This is the 14th game on the road for the Denver Nuggets. They've only played 10 at home. That will normalize since they have the next 4 at home coming up. But, at least at this moment, there's reason to feel a little optimistic that the Nuggets can continue to get better, not necessarily worse, even if I do think this next month is going to be the toughest one. Like, this next month is going to test them. 4 home games is nice. The schedule's light. After that, they go on the road and they play a lot of back-to-backs, a lot on the road, and then the schedule gets easy at the last 6-7 weeks or so. Let's move on to the next topic, though, because I told you boys I have a topic tonight for you that I knew you were all so excited about.
On the rundown, which one is it?
I have a hot take for tonight. It's a really hot take because I don't really feel like it's going to happen, but it could happen. I think it could be a Pickett night.
No, you don't say.
You don't say. I haven't called a Pickett night yet. I haven't called a Pickett night yet.
I wonder why.
You're right.
Because he hadn't been playing, and I didn't think he would be playing. And I thought he played like rough in his little limited stints, but I thought he actually had some good stuff at the very end of last game. Not like anything crazy, but a little bit of like rhythm to him. Julian's still out. They're really small. Like, you look at Sacramento, you don't really need Zeke Naji out there for size purposes. They're going to be a small team. I wouldn't be surprised if Pickett is your 9th man tonight, gets a little bit of burn, and I think that he is a useful guy when all these other guys are out. I kind of think there's rare occasions when Zeke should be the pick over Pickett, and it has been him lately, and you could even argue some of those games. You're like, yeah, but what's he giving you? Might as well just go small and see what happens. I think tonight there's a chance that Pickett plays and has, maybe 15 minutes, but might actually give us some minutes tonight.
If Pickett plays, put the ball in his hands. I think Wynn said this last time. I mean, it's kind of defeats the purpose to put him on the floor and have him be an off-ball guy. He can do it, like he kind of knows where to be and everything, but he's a point guard. And you have a real post-up threat and a real rim roller in Jonas Valanciunas on the floor with him. So, maybe that comes at the expense of Bruce Brown, who I just shouted out. But if you're going to play Pickett, I think you got to put the ball in his hands.
Let him run with Big Val.
Yeah, I mean, you need that in a second unit. You need a guy that can get them in their sets, run the offense, get plays going, especially when you have a shooter in Tim Hardaway Jr. You have a big man that can set a hard pick and roll and either pop or get to the rim. They have the stagger. Like, it really does make sense to have a traditional point guard, and that's Jalen Pickett in every sense of of it. But also, he's knocking down the 3 ball. He takes care of the ball. Like, what are you losing by putting him out there? I feel like we've gotten Zeke minutes. Those haven't gone well. We've had different variations. This is a Pickett type of matchup for them. They're down a lot of guys. This is a team that you should be, heavily favored against. Why not just get him some run and see what you have there? So you could try to buy some time as we get later in the season for Jamal Murray, for a backup point guard type of role.
Yeah, I think that's exactly it. You've got to get Pickett some minutes soon. Like, he probably should have played more so far this season, but going forward, you've got to get him in the mix, or you got to find another backup point guard to get in the mix, because there's been a lot asked of Jamal early, and he's been great. Like, it's been a great start to the season for Jamal Murray. Bruce has been up and down. I still think you need another option there to handle the ball. I mean, the Nuggets have been going backup point guard kind of by committee on the second unit if Jamal's not out there, and it's been shaky at times. I definitely still feel like you need another ball handler, so you've got to see what Pickett has. You just have to get him in the rotation and get him some reps just to see how he does. And like I said, if not, I think that's definitely the move as we get closer to the deadline and buyout season. You probably need to look for another ball handler. Whereas if he's not the guy.
Whereas if he is the guy and that ball handler is already on your roster, then you can spend that time shopping for another defender, perimeter defender, whatever else you feel like the holes are.
Yeah.
But I think Wind is right. You want to get an answer to this. And, all due respect to Zeke Naji, I think we've got our answer on that.
We got our answer. He's played 40 total minutes this year. I mean, and most of those garbage time. He's only played meaningful minutes a little bit, and he's only played 12 with Big Val. I know what Pickett is and what he isn't. I think he does have a triple-double. He's not a guy that doesn't belong on a basketball court.
Right.
But is he going to be consistent? Whatever. I think one of his skills is getting the ball where it's supposed to go. He's a little slow with it, but you give him Big Val, big screener, big target. He's really good at it. And one of my complaints about the second unit this year has been sometimes Big Val's on the floor and he never gets the ball in his spots. And the offense gets bogged down. I just feel like if you give those guys a runway to play together, Big Val, Pickett's numbers might not even be anything. He just is out there. But I think Big Val will touch the ball more. And Big Val has to be the advantage in that second unit. When he is, the second unit rolls.
Yep, I agree. Like that's when the second unit is at its best, when Big Val is established. Like when you get him a couple easy buckets and then the offense runs through him and then maybe the defense doubles and it opens up something else. But it starts with Big Val. And yeah, getting him the ball is the first thing that has to happen.
He is very rarely on the block. And every time that we see him actually catch it on the block, right over his shoulder, and it's an easy push in.
Buckets.
But when it's not that, he's starting all the way at the 3-point line, or he's getting pushed all the way out. If you have a point guard that's running the sets, he can put him in that spot, and that's what Jalen Pickett has seen. That has not been an issue for the Nuggets this year. Is like, are you able to get the guy the ball on the block? Is there entry passes that you could make? Jalen Pickett, he does those type of things. So yeah, I think that'd be a great spot for him. Something I didn't think about.
And like you said with Zeke Naji, if you told me, it's not that I think Pickett's going to for sure play well if he plays or whatever, but I do feel like I get what we got with Zeke. Like, I'm putting him in the Hunter bucket. He's in the Hunter Tyson bucket for me, whereas Pickett is not. He's in this, like, could he be serviceable in some minutes? I think the answer is yes, but hopefully we see it tonight. And I think we will. I predict we will. Our pregame picks are presented by Bet365. Download the Bet365 app. Use the code DNVR365. Deposit $10. Place a bet of $5 to get $150 in bonus bets. Must be 21 or older. Physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Dev, we're so glad to have you back.
I'm so glad to be back. Let's make some money tonight.
Let's do it.
The Nuggets come into the game as 10.5-point favorites. And we've seen everything with this team. Like, the Kings have beat them. They beat the Kings convincingly. Like, there's a lot going on here. I personally think that the Nuggets take care of business in this one. I think the 10.5 is a big line. I typically wouldn't go with that. I think that this is a game that they can. What I would not do, I would take Kings in the first half, though. I do think Denver's going to come off slow. I'm saying like with the +5 or whatever.
Yeah, okay. All right, either way, but okay.
Yeah, I think that they're.
What a wild curveball of a bet right there.
I just think that that's something I would do. So maybe I would take this line while it's live because it's going to go down.
Let's do that. Let us know on the watch along.
I would do that. I would go over 239.5. I just think that this is going to be a fast-paced game. Also, Russell Westbrook, he pushes the pace every single time, makes or misses. And I just think this is a game that he gets up for, so I do think that he's going to be able to score. So we'll just stick right there on the other side. His points, rebounds, and assists is at 33.5. He's going to go for a triple-double, or at least try to. We all know that he's going to play the entire time. He doesn't have to share the basketball with Zach LaVine. This is a plush spot for him to try to score. I would get his points. I would get his rebounds. I would get his assists. You put it all together. But I think that those are all things that you could take separately. I think that's the first line. I mean, I like Nick. That's my guy. I would take an over on him on points. It's very low. It's low. This is the hometown guy. So I just feel like you have to do it.
Number one on Dev's board
That's all I'm saying.
in high school.
On the Nuggets side of things, let's go with over. Jokic, 3-pointers. It's 1.5. He's been shooting them a lot.
Let's go.
I think he's going to shoot them in this game. He's been knocking
Even with
down
the tiny
three-ball.
lineup?
Even with the tiny lineup. Especially with the tiny lineup. It gets them out of the paint. It gets them go. Like, I just think that that'll be easy for everybody else to score in transition if he's out on the 3-point line. But he could go scoring inside as well. So you get a little bit of everything. Jokic wants to shoot the 3. To stick with Jokic, I mean, I think this is a big assist night for him. I think he'll be able to do everything, though. So, like, you could get everything. I think the assist is, like, it's 10.5 is too low for him. I think that's the one I think I'll go with. So, over 10.5 assists. I really like Tim Hardaway Jr. in this one. I mean, he's been playing with the starters. He's been, with the backups. He's been shooting the ball. That's his thing. He's going to keep on getting shots up. I think they're going to allow him to shoot the ball tonight. I think you get this in three-pointers alone. So I really like Tim Hardaway Jr. over 12.5 points. I like Cam Johnson for assist.
Oh, that was a
2.5.
decaf. That was a deke.
It's 2.5 assists. He's been setting the table. He's getting everyone else involved. He can't score, so you might as well make sure that everybody can get happy. while I said that he can't score, I'm going to go under 14.5 points for him.
Man,
I had to
you let me
set
do
the
that
table.
whole segment?
I said that to say this. I had to go
Unbelievable.
under. I had to go under 14.5. But for our lock,
Oh, let's do it.
Jamal Murray over 24.5 points.
Love it.
I'll take that.
He's
Man,
coming
that's
off
low.
of a game that he almost had this like in the first quarter. There has been Murray flurries, a bunch of them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's snowing. It's snowing around here. It's the year of Jamal Murray. This is a game that he's going to be able to score in. He's going to take that matchup personally. I like
Nice.
them in this one.
I like it, man. I just had, you know what I like, Dev? And it's just part of my theory. I could be way off on this one. I kind of like Big Val. 8.5 points.
Yeah.
I could see it being a Big Val kind of night. You know, especially if Pickett's out there. I'm going to take his. Just sprinkle that on.
I'm feeling a big Cam Johnson night, like Dev said. I might
From assists.
Well, and threes.
Okay.
I mean, I think this is a game where he could get 3 threes.
Ooh, I like
at
that.
least.
I actually love that.
You know, David
making a lot
Alman
of
had an
bets.
interesting quote at practice the other day. He said, you know, I didn't come into this season thinking I was going to play Cam as the stagger.
I'm surprised by that.
Right, because it was something we talked about as potentially being an option. Apparently, it
And it's
wasn't
been
even even on his bingo card.
And by the way, it's been a great option. man.
Totally. So they've kind of, I guess, fallen into this, and it's worked really good. Like that bench unit has been solid with Cam kind of being one of the focal points. So I think that keeps going tonight.
You want to? Do you have anything you think is going to happen tonight that would advise people to make a
No,
bet?
I would not advise anyone to bet anything that I'm feeling. I'm going to say, Dev, is Bruce Brown 3 is 0.5? I'm going to say
0.5.
yes. I'll take the over on that.
Let's take the over.
All right.
Just for fun.
Couple super chats over there, Kelly Song.
Peter Duck, 1204. Me, no Nugs ball. Me sad. With Nugs ball, me happy.
Oh man, I felt that.
Yeah.
Same, man.
Hey, you know what? Well said. Andy 04757. Either I'm getting scammed big time or I really just won day one of Giftmas. Either way, let's go nuts. Congratulations.
If somebody
that's-
was scamming us on Giftsmith, like that'd be kind of crazy.
That'd be
if
jacked
you were
up.
getting a phishing email about
Bro,
Giftsmith.
that'd be
that'd be
crazy.
tough. So
You probably did win, man. Congrats.
Yeah, it sounds like
Congrats.
you're our day one winner. Congratulations. Very cool.
All right, Denver Nuggets, Sacramento Kings, part 4. We're gonna head over to the watch along set. Everybody hit that like button on the way over.
We all silly like the mayor.